In recent days, we've been doing a lot of podcasts on some of the key players in Providence Reds history, basically motivated by some of our great fans of the channels of the Rhode Island Red Heritage Society. Now, this podcast is dedicated to Cole Summers, who is basically one of the alumni kids, as we say, a son of one of the key players of the side in the late 40s, early 50s. Now, this guy is a member, his father is a member of the Manitoba Hockey Hall of Fame, has won countless minor pro titles as a player, has the respect of many NHL players across North America because he's been an NHL scout before his passing a few years ago for 20 years for a myriad of teams. Now, Danny Summers is what you call your prototypical player from Winnipeg who came up in the great era of the Western City in the 1930s. He played for the hometown Winnipeg Monarchs in his junior career. That's where he got his big start. Now, he had an 18-year pro career, 10 of which were in the AHL, where he played 550 games and won a title, AHL title with Providence in 1949, that classic side. Now, he also played with the Winnipeg Warriors, who were the 1956 WHL champions, and won the 60 and 61 IHL titles with the St. Paul Saints. He also helped the Winnipeg Maroons win the 1964 Allan Cup. Very good squad. And like I said, Detroit, New York, he was, and San Jose, he was a scout for 2 decades. Now, he first broke into what's considered minor pro, or what do you call medium pro, with the Winnipeg Army Grenades of the senior side. His first minor pro team in the AHL was the St. Louis Flyers, and a 5'11", 180-pounder had 4 points in 34 games that season. Then he moved on to the Indianapolis Capitals, played 2 seasons there, put up some really good numbers. 41 points over 2 seasons in 130 games. Showed up in Providence for the title side and put up, again, dynamite numbers. 26 points in 67 games, including 6 goals, and 4 points in 14 playoff games, 2 goals, 2 assists for 4 points. Now, he was with Providence for 2 more years before moving on to Syracuse Warriors, very respected team as well, played 2 seasons. Springfield Indians in 1954 of the QHL, and then the AHL version in 55. Winnipeg Warriors, the championship side, again he had 23 points in 11 points in 57, 23 points in 58, 47 points in 59. Then to the St. Paul Saints, again that double title, 38 points in 65 games in 60, then 13 points in 25 games in 1961. Minneapolis Millers, IHL 1962, again the big win with Allan Cup, Winnipeg Maroons in 64, and with the great Des Moines Oak Leaves over 2 seasons in 65 and 66. So what a great career in hockey. Like I said, to my memory, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know many people have won AHL, WHL, IHL, and Allan Cup. I'll have to look that up. So if you really want to look at it, I'm very shocked he's not in a bigger Hall of Fame for hockey or for Manitoba, because to win, again, over 16 seasons, 5 major titles in 4 leagues, you may never see that again. I don't see how it could be done. You could win a Stanley Cup in an AHL, but ECHL, IHL, and all that, again, you may never see that again, because at the time, Danny was good enough to be in the NHL, but with 6 teams, there was only 120 spots, and maybe he was the 123rd best player of a certain season. There's only one place he can play. That's what they call major minor hockey. It's the AHL, or independent teams like the Quebec Aces. So Danny Summers, Cole Summers, his son, you should be very proud of your father. We're very proud to do a podcast on him today. This is not a request. I just basically, sometimes when I go on these Facebook alumni sites, there are certain players that I've heard about in passing, but I've never done something on them, either as a writer or as a podcaster. But Danny unfortunately passed away in 1999 at the age of, I think it was 75. But anytime a great hockey player dies, their life should not only be celebrated, but the people that he impacted and learned from and was a role model too. From what I heard, through what Cole said, and different people I've spoke to, all the Providence teams helped out each other, did a big thing in the Providence region, big in Rhode Island. They gave back to community. And, when you do a podcast on these great players, not to say they're forgotten, but, when you're a certain age, a 30-year-old journalist is not going to want to remember or talk about the AHL of the 1950s. I want to, because I grew up with the AHL of the 1970s, hearing from the coaches and players of the AHL of that era. So this is a podcast for people of a certain age and a certain love of hockey. So ladies and gentlemen, if you like what we're doing with our AHL, Providence, and related podcasts, let us know. Give us a like, comment, or subscribe. We also take requests. But don't forget, when we do these podcasts, we're not forgetting these players. We're gently reminding you, check their stats, check their trophy case, check the teams they played on. These teams build a foundation. Every time you see the two Connors play in Canada, the younger Connor and the older Connor, when you see Sidney Crosby, when you see Carey Price, people had to start someplace. And these were hometown heroes. And Manitoba has been a hotbed of hometown heroes for so many years and so many players. I can't even count that high. Saskatchewan's like that, Quebec, New Brunswick, BC, all the parts of Canada, and parts in the north as well. Canada makes hometown heroes, and a lot of times the United States hockey benefits. It's a copacetic relationship. You gave them a place to play. So I'd like to thank people in Providence for giving so many Canadian athletes a chance to play on behalf of the country that basically perfected the greatest sport of all time. Have a good day. Bye.